guys, welcome back to our channel. We're the Garza Twins. I'm Britta.
And I'm Carly.
We would love it if you would subscribe down below and hit the bell so you're notified when we upload. Today we're doing our July favorites, which are our favorite videos.
Yes.
I feel like these videos come up so quickly. Like, I feel like we're always filming our monthly favorites.
Yeah, I almost corrected you. I was like, wait, June? July?
It's July. It's July. So let's get into it. We got some good stuff this month. Okay, first up is a tanning mousse, which is a recommendation from Dev's Day on Instagram. Devin, we love her. She always has, we just have the same taste in basically everything as her, and she posted about this being her favorite tanning mousse, so we had to pick it up. And it's called Luna Bronze Eclipse Tanning Mousse. It says mandarin lemon and orange blossom, and it's a tanning mousse. So if you're not familiar, it comes out of like
be careful.
a pump like this, and you pump it onto a tanning mitt, and then you work it into like exfoliated skin. And this one, they say, is like really quick drying and doesn't have a smell, and has like a really like bronze, like a neutral to sort of olivey bronze color, and all of that is true. So the positives to this, and probably the reason it's probably my new favorite, but Britta doesn't agree, is the color is perfect. I don't have it on right now. I love the color.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with that.
I'm gonna
do it tonight, but it's like a true like olivey brown. Like, there's barely any warmth to it. So if that's not your look, like, you wouldn't like it. A lot of other ones are a little bit more warmer, so they look sort of like, you know, that summer like tan look. This looks like an actual natural tan, like how our skin turns when we get tan. So I love the color. The mousse is like pretty standard to any mousse, like easy application for us since we've done a lot of self-tanning.
Well, I don't think it's easy.
Well, I'll get to like the issues, but like the actual like dispensing and like putting it on is like fine. Like, there's not issues with the pump.
No.
The packaging is cute. Yeah. And then I do think that out of all the ones I tried, this one smells the least. And a lot of times people try to cover up the smell with fragrance, and then you just smell the smell with fragrance on top, and that's like worse. This one, I know there's fragrance in it, but it's like you don't really smell that base smell. Like, it's really crazy. I don't know how they do it, but it just somehow like doesn't smell as much as others. So that's amazing. Probably one of the best things about it. And then it lasts really long on the skin. That's like another positive. Like, we bought this when we were in a wedding back home in Wisconsin, and we were back home because we had the Saint-Tropez, and then it was too big to travel with. So we bought this for that wedding, and we both used it the day before we left, and then the wedding wasn't for like another 4 days when we were there. So we did end up touching it up when we were there, but then we came home and it was still on my skin for like a week later. Like, it lasts a really, really, really long time. So love almost everything about it. The only thing is that we both experience a ton of streaking when applying it, and we don't really know what it is. We think it's because it's so quick drying. Yeah, like, it dries so quick that like when you go back over, if you like miss a spot or like
there's virtually no playtime.
Yeah, like you see like a line you want to fix, you go back over, and it kind of like takes off the layer that was there. But I have found ways to make that better. So I make sure my skin is really exfoliated beforehand, and then I actually put down, like, on the spots that are really dry, like my legs, I put down a light layer of lotion first, and I found that to really help with any sort of streaking. I didn't do it on my arms though, because I wanted the color to like absorb into my arms. And so I find that the streaking is the worst on the arms, but if I don't want to do the lotion method, I just have to like really work it in quickly and like work it in, like really like circular motions, like working it in and making sure there's no streaks. So there's definitely some downsides, but all those positives outweigh the down for me.
Well, and I also want to mention that it didn't stain my sheets, but it made my sheets both a red and a green color, which I'd never seen from a self-tanner. There was no orange, but like I had red and green spots on my sheets. I have white sheets. But it came out in the wash no problem.
Yeah,
but I was just like, whoa, I'd never seen that. It was almost like red, like into green.
Yeah, it happened to me as well, but only on my pillowcase, which is really weird. It must have been for my neck. Literally, my sheets didn't get any color on them, and it was just on my pillowcase. But yeah, it washes out just fine.
Yeah. Okay, I have a few things that I've talked about before, so I won't talk about too long. But the Coco Kind Ceramide Barrier Serum is my new favorite Coco Kind product. I really love this. I did a full review, so I'll link it down below. But I feel like if you like Cray's Great Barrier Relief, but you feel like it's a little too thick for you for the summertime, because it's intended to be used like under a moisturizer, kind of as like a serum. And in my opinion, I have to use that product as a moisturizer because if I layer it, it becomes a little too thick and like congest my pores. This I really love because it's super, super lightweight on the skin, but it really feels like you're like protecting your barrier. Like I feel like it just feels like a burst of hydration for your skin. But there's also lactic acid in here, so I feel like that also helps to like resurface my skin a little bit. I don't know how it works, like, but I feel like it is so, so good at just strengthening that skin barrier, adding a little bit more like moisturization into the barrier. And I can use it like every day and it doesn't sensitize my skin at all. It doesn't congest my pores because it is so lightweight. A little goes a long way. It's really good stuff. So I'll link the full video down below too so you can watch that. Okay, I also did a full video on KRY's blushes, but it was on a different shade. So I since picked up this shade, which is the shade Abundance, which is my new favorite shade. I mean, I only have this one in Desire Glow, but this one is the best because it is so unique and I've been wearing it all month long. So I'll swatch it right now. It literally looks like a gray, like a purple gray in the pan, which doesn't look that appetizing, but when it goes on the skin, it looks like it. This one has more shimmer than Desire Glow, but it's really refined pearl, and it just sort of looks like cool tone, like kind of like a rosy contour. I have it over some other swatches. I don't know why I did that. Something I can't think of what it is.
Yeah, it looks like a rosy sort of contour shade, and it looks. I don't have it on my cheeks right now, but it makes your cheeks glow, and if you just add like a little bit, it just adds like the most beautiful, like almost natural flush of color, but it looks like there's something extra going on. Like I'd say it's definitely the most special blush in my collection now. And I think like at this point in my life and buying cosmetics, all I ever want is for now something to like perform well and be unique. Because there's so many things on the market that are so standard and just like replicated time and time again. So when you find one of those products that's like super special and unique, I like latch onto it, and that's this. And the formula I love. In that video I talk about how it's probably my favorite cream blush formula, but beyond that, like this color is just like what makes it so special. And KRY's has a lot of unique colors in their range. Like they're really good at sort of giving you something unique, even though they are expensive blushes. They are expensive, but I love this blush. Okay, next up is a jewelry favorite that I want to touch on before I forget. This is the, I believe, well, it's from Empire State Jewels. She's a small business based in New York. Her name's Raina. She seems very lovely. And this is called the, how do you say that? Rendy ring. So it's $55. I'm wearing it right now. It's basically a gold, like chunky ring with a pretty like opalescent stone. What kind of stone is this? Does it say? Is it an opal? I think so. I don't even know if it says here. But anywho, her jewelry is all gold filled, so I find it to be really, really good quality. It all feels very weighted. If you're unfamiliar, like gold filled has more gold content than gold plated, so it doesn't like tarnish as easily. I try to take it off when I wash my hands and such, because I did have a ring from her that tarnished a little on the backside, but that's only from wearing it when I'm using hand sanitizer. So I try to be more mindful, but her quality is so good. So $55 I feel like is a really fair price point. I got my normal size 6 and it fits perfectly, and I've just been wearing this every single day. I think it's so pretty. Like I like that it's a little bit bold but still wearable. Like I can wear it with a t-shirt, but I can dress it up, and I just think it's really beautiful. I can insert a photo too of me wearing it so you can kind of get a closer look, and then I'll obviously link it down below. But we love supporting small businesses. She's one that I really love to support, so highly recommend her jewelry. Okay, I'm gonna do my jewelry favorite now too before I forget. So there are these earrings from Angular Stories, and full disclosure, I still can't find them on the website. I think they're just that new.
Maybe.
So Angular Stories is kind of weird. Like things will go off the website and come back on. So I'm talking about them in hopes that they're on the website at some point, and then I can link them down below. But they're these sort of like twisted oval hoops, which I love the oval shape. They weren't like a standard, you know, circular hoop. And then I also love that they have this like kind of unique twist. It's a little hard to see that I'm wearing them, but I love the look of them, and they're really like structured looking. Like they aren't really like feminine looking at all. They have like a really like harsh edge. Like they're not really like curved. Like it's a curved shape, but the edges are pretty like structured, which I really like. I love the gold color. And then I actually had purchased some other & Other Stories earrings, but we mostly buy their necklaces and rings. Like, we love their rings so much.
Yeah, I mean, I love their earrings. I have so many. These are from there, too.
Well, maybe it was just me.
Yeah.
I purchased some, but never really worn them. But I've been wearing these so much, and they're so comfortable. They haven't irritated my ears at all.
Yeah, they're nickel tested, so they don't have any traces of nickel.
Yeah, they're really, truly so good. And usually, I can't remember, I think these were like $20, if I'm remembering correctly. I got them in store, but I know most people don't have a store nearby. So I really love them. & Other Stories, their earrings are supreme.
Okay, next I'm going to talk about a throwback, another rediscovery. This was actually, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the first like Monday review video I ever posted was of this palette. This is the bareMinerals Warmth Eye and Cheek palette, and I had to mention it again because I'm just seeing the 6-month PAO symbol on the back. So this may be a little past expired, but it's powder, so I think it's okay. So I got this around the holiday season when it was released from the bareMinerals website. This wasn't on Sephora, and it might have been on Ulta at one point. But I checked, and it's still on the bareMinerals website. So that's why it has these, like, trees on it.
That is so ugly.
It's so ugly.
It
would
looks
try to
like
decode
old
it.
school bathroom wallpaper.
Yeah, I don't know why. And the packaging is so clunky. I don't know why.
Well, that's because they don't like to use magnets anymore for the environment.
Oh, yeah. But you can make them thinner than this.
Yeah.
You can do, like, that paper thing.
Yeah.
But it has a mirror, which is nice. It actually has a really big mirror. But the reason I love this is because it's so like multitasking. So I think that when I first got this in the winter, I didn't use this bronzer that much because it's glowing warmth. So if you're familiar with their warmth, like loose bronzer, which is kind of like a fan favorite. People have been using it for years. We used to have it. It used to come in that kit that you bought, like the bareMinerals powder kit. It's very, very warm. So I think that during the winter, it's also really pigmented. So I just wasn't reaching for it because I was like, well, I want something a little more natural, a little more subdued when I'm paler. But now that I'm like self-tanning, it's summer, I've been reaching for this so much because I love this formula. I feel like it just really blends out easily on the cheeks. It's very warm, very pigmented, but like really, really bronzes on my face how I want it to in the summer. But then I also use it in the crease as an eyeshadow. It's like the perfect like just crease color for me, for my skin tone. And then this shade right here called Flicker.
Yeah, that looks
like
beautiful.
It's on my eyes right now.
Yeah.
Can you guys see? It's like the most beautiful. I don't even know how to describe it. First of all, it's like the softest to the touch. It almost feels like a cream. Like it almost reminds me.
It looks like a cream. It looks like a hot pour in that pan.
Yeah, like it almost reminds me.
It's definitely a slurry.
Yeah, of the ColourPop Super Shock shadows. But what I love about it is that it looks very metallic, but then when you swatch it, you can see that it just kind of gives that like wet look to the skin, and it just gives, and also, okay, sorry, I'm not going on a ramble, like a tangent here, but I just love that like it just makes your lids look kind of like glossy and just beautiful. I don't even know another way to describe it, but I will say also,
it actually looks a lot like the Tom Ford shade I'm wearing in the Honeymoon palette that
maybe
I love.
it's the same formula. I don't know, but it's like truly incredible. I cannot stop wearing it. I've been doing this sometimes even if I don't use the bronzer on my face, I will always just throw it in the crease and throw Flicker on the lid. Like more times than I can remember this month than not, I use this combination.
I actually love this color story. I feel like most people would look at this palette and be like,
no, I do too.
Oh, that's really weird, but I love these colors together.
That's really I did a whole review video on it, so I'll link it below. But the Emperor shade is really pretty too, as is the gold.
And this is blue, right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, no, it's a really pretty palette. It's just clunky, but this shade specifically, and you guys know me and like shimmery shades, I always have to use a glitter glue because I don't like glitter or anything to get on my face. But even with this, like the formula is like so thin that I literally just like rub it on my eye, like tap, tap, tap. No shimmer gets anywhere. I don't have to use a glitter glue. It lasts all day. It's like very thin and effortless. I can't say enough. And I feel like when I first reviewed this, I really enjoyed it. But like I said, I didn't take it out very often because the bronzer wasn't really suited for my wintertime, like, you know, complexion, I guess. And now that it's summer, I've been using this like almost every time I do my makeup because it's the quickest, prettiest eye look I've ever tried. Okay, I have another & Other Stories find, which Britta has talked about this because she has it in black, but it's the... No, I haven't tan.
Oh,
mine's like a lighter tan.
Black.
Okay.
Mine's a lighter tan. Well, I just got this sort of khaki color, I would say. in the, what is it called? The folded card wallet or something?
It's like their leather wallet.
Yeah, it's from Other Stories. They always sell this in probably like 6 different colors. I tried to get like the light blue I love, the dark green I like. I literally tried to order in black and my order was like rejected because they were sold out. So then we were in the store and I saw this color and I'm like, well, I'll settle for that color. Like I like it. It's kind of like this like grungy taupe. So got this color. It's an amazing wallet. It's like so chic, but it actually holds like all my cards just fine. The button feels like it won't really, well, you tell me, you've had it longer, like won't really break or anything.
No, I kind of keep mine open a lot because like, I don't know.
Oh, weird. I always close mine, but.
Well, it's hard to close. We have more cards in mine.
Yeah.
I have like business cards in mine. Do you?
A little bit, not too many. I should get a different holder for those.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this. It's not cheap, but it's definitely worth the money.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Okay, last up for me this month is this Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm. So I reviewed this in a Monday video, I'll link it below, and I actually didn't expect to use this as much as I did this month. I feel like in the video, my 2 gripes with it were the scent, which I stand by. I have a hair in here from my brush. The scent is so strong. You can probably smell it from here.
No, but
it's so strong and a little bit offensive. So I hate the way it smells. I wish they would just unfragrance this. I love the packaging though. And then the color is very warm. So in that video I talked about, how it's just like way more orange than I expected, but I didn't know if the light shade would work better. And a few of you commented and some of you guys said like the light is a little more yellow tone, so maybe I like that, but then a lot of you were like they're all kind of warm, so the light would probably be warm too. But then I just kept using this because I truly love the formula. It feels very thin on the skin. It like blends out so effortlessly, but it holds pigment still, and I feel like it just like warms up the face in a way that I really like, at least for the summer months. I don't really think I'll use this in the winter because it is so warm. But I just ended up really enjoying it because I really like the formula. I like the ease of use because it's in a jar. I actually really love the packaging. I think it's very nice for the price point. So I had to put it in my monthly favorites because I've been using it a lot on like my more casual work from home days where I don't have that much makeup on. I just find that this is such an easy bronzer to use. It's usually like this one or my Janessa My RX Balm Contour. One of the two I'm using on like a very effortless, no makeup type of day. The last one I have a whole video on as well, so I won't go too far into it, but it's the Native Sunscreen with Zinc Oxide SPF 30. It's the one for face. They also make one for the body. This stuff is amazing. I love that it comes out of a pump. I usually do 2 pumps, 2 or 3, and then I add a little bit of my Indeed Labs bronzing drops to that mixture, put it on my face. I literally wear it every day. A lot of days I won't even put like, I'll just throw some cream blush on and some like brow gel, and that's it, because this stuff paired with the Indeed Labs bronzing drops like is such a lovely base because that offers color, but this is so good because it's not matte, but it's definitely not super dewy. It like looks like it dries down to look like your skin. Maybe on some people, because I do have a more oily T-zone, maybe on some people it does even look like pretty matte, but I find that so hard to find in a zinc sunscreen. I feel like they all overcompensate for the zinc by making the formula like super dewy. And right now it is humid in Los Angeles, and I don't want to look super dewy all the time, so I've been reaching for this every day. I really love it. I really can't say enough good things. Like they have stock issues though. I talked about in that video that they can't keep it in stock. Like I bought it when I got an email that it was back in stock, and the next day it was out of stock again. And I'm like, they're definitely not, I don't know if they're not ordering enough or if they're having like a manufacturer that's too slow, but they need to keep this in stock because I feel like as soon as it's at Target, it's going to be like everyone's favorite sunscreen, men and women, children and adults. Like everyone would like this. It's really good. Thank you guys so much for watching our monthly favorites. We love doing these roundups for you guys. We hope you had a good July, and August is almost here, if not here now. I forget when we're posting this, but it's crazy. Summer is flying by. We hope you're staying safe, healthy, and enjoyed your month.